Welcome to the finale of Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. So let's finish Atomic Destroyer and save the world.
Again.
Well, we gotta save the world from that Eggman too.
Ow, speaking of dynamic entrance match.
Yeah.
Also, seriously, that's what you call a boss fight?
Well, this is actually the original, the original boss starts too. But go on.
Don't tell me that was the original final boss.
No.
Oh my god.
That's just how it starts. Like
Yeah.
Eggman is
There you go.
a common.
Then it changes to
multi-bosses.
this. Then it changes to this too.
Okay, at the very least, taking a bit
Remember-
from Dr. Wily, are you?
Yeah, remember the original game.
shit.
The original game was a Game Gear 8-bit game. In fact, and unlike the other 8-bit games, that game was actually made for the Game Gear from the get-go, and it didn't even have a Master System version. So obviously they couldn't afford to the super mega big bosses that you see in Sonic 3 and K. You know, because that small screen just doesn't cut it for that. So.
For the handheld it was on, this boss surely looked epic.
It's because, remember, the 8-bit games have always been a bit more traditional in its design, like Johnny put it. However, here's a new take. There you go.
Whoa.
As you can see, yeah, this is a
Get it?
small homage
like
to the final boss of Sonic
so-
1. Yeah. Basically, the idea is that Eggman will come either from the left or from the right. So keep trying. Yeah, what you just saw, basically. Sometimes they'll go fast, sometimes they'll go slow. Just be patient. You'll even. As for these bits, yeah, that's the little bit of lightning. There you go. However, I'm going to show you in a moment what you can do to avoid those. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you supposed to avoid that?
Hold on, those.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out.
I think you have to get on the other bench, the opposite to the one where Robotnik is.
Very good, Tail.
Yep. Yeah.
He doesn't get
Now
hit.
you're learning how to think like a Sonic.
It's
TV
kind of
player,
like
Tio.
it's kind of like in the Sonic 1 Final Zone, where the best way to dodge that shit is to get right on the very right side of the
Also,
zone.
Joval, I
So-
already told you, my problems with playing classic Sonic is not that kind of thing. It's to me, it's that ironically enough, the excessive speed makes me, it's a bit hard for me to react accordingly to obstacles. I prefer a platformer where it's more methodical.
Well, in that case, you should try the 8-bit platformers. They're more traditional in their design.
Don't play Sonic Blast.
Basically, the level design in the 8-bit games, too, it's much more, for lack of a better term, Mario-esque, if you will.
Okay. Also, James, are you referring to the 3D one of the Game Gear, the one that Johnny
Yeah.
reviewed hates?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Alright, let's... Run, Fat Man, run!
Once again, outspeeding Sonic. This is a walking.
Well, it wouldn't be a classic Sonic game if that wasn't the... There you go, and we
Yeah,
get...
go away.
And we got
Saying?
the yellow Chaos Emerald.
Well, you see,
So now what?
Now we save Knuckles.
there's a reason why Eggman's an Olympic gold medalist.
There you go.
So like, was he a prisoner the entire time, or something?
Yes, Teo.
Oh.
Don't worry, Teo.
Okay.
Don't worry, Teo. That's what the Knuckles campaign is for. You'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Ow.
Oh!
So yeah, this is what happens if you have all the 7 emeralds.
I thought it was gonna be I kidnapped Mac the Weasel. I was like, I don't want to kidnap him.
You just don't give up, do you? Oh, shit.
Ow. Ow.
Is
Ow.
this turning into one of those Sonic the Fighter, sorry, the Swordsman animations? Oh.
The negative.
Oh no,
emeralds.
he's using the negative
He's doing...
energy.
It's an homage to Perfect Chaos, yeah.
And now he becomes Turbo Metal Sonic from Sonic the Fighters.
I get the feeling Noah's a fan of Sonic the Fighters.
Hey, look at that! Knuckles and Fang help out.
It was an interesting little
Wow,
game.
I mean, to be fair, Metal Sonic tried to steal that.
Sonic!
And we died.
Sonic!
Wake
Quick!
the fuck
Sonic!
up.
Quick! The Emerald Sonic!
Sonic, are you having your narcolepsy again?
Ah, no, I just got knocked out for a bit.
And there's a little homage to Sonic Advance
it's
2.
Payback time.
Right there.
Where are the Super Emeralds?
Now
go?
I'll show you.
There you go.
Out the chute he goes.
Okay.
Welcome to Final Trouble.
So I'm guessing this was in the original game. So
No.
what was
In the no,
game?
well, since the original game doesn't have supersonic, obviously you cannot have a supersonic boss battle. But that's what this remake is for. Okay.
Remember, in the 8-bit games, there's like only the 6 Chaos Emeralds.
No, I get it. What I wanted to ask is, what was the final?
The one you just
Okay.
that fight with Eggman we just did too.
Okay.
That's it. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Okay. So here. Okay. So here's the thing. There's actually 3 phases to this battle. Here's what I recommend. Don't immediately start. This is the easiest part. Basically, just have to do a front dash so you can hit those balls right back at him to hurt him. It's simple enough. However, I don't recommend doing that just yet because this boss can be really tough. So here's what I recommend doing.
Those rings.
Yeah, that's what I recommend you do. Do what I do here. Stock up on rings because trust me, later on, Metal Sonic is gonna have an attack that can hurt you and take a few rings off of you, like normally. Like not all of them, because that of course would make it too OP. But this Final Trouble Metal Sonic is really difficult if you don't know what you're doing. So if you're playing.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, you can. I can literally do this all day, considering it's infinite. Yeah. Yeah. So stock up on rings. I'm taking my time here, just for a bit to stock up on rings, because trust me, when we get to the next phase, you'll see exactly why I'm doing this. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this.
Sure.
All
Well, I'm
right.
curious actually while we're at it, because I don't think it showed up in as a review format, but did some copy Johnny talked about this game, maybe during one of those Sonic hacking contests?
Maybe he covered it on Sage.
Knowing him, he probably did a stream of it for Sage. Yeah.
I don't recall a video yet, so who knows? Maybe he's saving it for an actual review, because he has sometimes reviewed fan games before.
All right. Now that we're
Just
done.
the one.
All right. Now that we're done collecting rings, let's actually get to this properly.
Actually, he's done at least 2.
All
Those are
right.
the
And
Sonic games I'm referring to.
Now he throws those bits at you.
Whoa.
And you're supposed to hit him head that on.
Yep.
However, yeah, that attack takes away rings from you, and it can be very hard to dodge because it's very fast if you're not prepared. I also like to touch how every time you hit him, there's pieces of him that fall. Like so, see?
Metal stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a surfboard.
He's actually meant to look like.
And look at that. And look at that. As the further the boss
You're
progresses.
descending in the atmosphere.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Man, did Treasure make this boss fight?
Yeah, it has very much Gunstar Heroes energy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
Metal.
now what?
Now I'll show you what I'm made of.
Oh,
Correction.
You were saying
I will
Sonic.
show you what I am made of.
I guess this is
At
trying
the end
to
of the
be
day,
design
we all
similar.
know who's gonna win.
I guess this is trying to be similar to the design of a final boss of Knuckles
Knuckles
Chaotix,
Yep.
just without the frightening
Not just-
image.
Yeah, not just that, I also get very distinct Sonic. This final boss feels very Sonic Advance 2-ish.
Yeah, I'd see it.
Minus
Whoa.
the god-awful means of actually accessing that final boss.
Well, obviously. This game took the...
yes, it is the worst.
Oh, no, trust
Yes,
me. No,
I know.
Joba, that's what ROM hacks are for. Somebody was courteous enough to make it so that the requirement for special rings is no longer 7, but just 3 of those 7, which is far more reasonable.
How about no special stages?
Oh god,
at all?
even a QTE is mash that button, Pedro!
Well, it's a contest of strength. I mean, what better way to illustrate that than with a mashing button bit?
Not in the way that Sonic Rush.
Oh,
did.
now you're going back into space? Okay.
Hold on.
That's just how powerful this is.
There we go.
That's no good.
Try again next time.
Indeed. All right, we're
Well,
still.
that's another job well done, if I do
I guess
say so
Tails and
myself.
Knuckles will just have to be stuck on Atomic
No,
Control here.
like in true classic Sonic game fashion, we're gonna have a post-credits bit that shows.
Hey,
So-
Sonic, have you forgotten about something?
Of course
I'm
not,
sure that-
Tails.
it's-
I'll make
it-
sure to pick up Knuckles.
I think it was like the Simpsons gag. It was like, oh, I'm sure it wasn't important.
Indeed.
But
Also, and yeah, in true also in fashion, Noah gives us a medley of the various tunes throughout the game, of course. So.
taking into account what this game says about being set immediately after Three Knuckles, chronologically, what should be after this?
Last, I
out of
guess.
curiosity.
I guess the actual
no,
Sonic
no,
4, maybe, I don't know.
Well, normally I would have said...
Mania's in the
Normally
timeline, though.
Yeah, normally I would have said Sonic the Fighters, but given that we see Turbo Metal Sonic in this, I wonder if this is supposed to take place after Sonic the Fighters.
I get the feeling Noah only thought it as this, like, okay, let's make this. What if Sonic Team made a Sonic 4 right there and then, right after 3, basically. I get the feeling that was the primary mentality that he had going into this. Oh, and look at that, Kaze Blade did the rendering. Cool. If you don't know, that's a Sonic YouTuber.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
There's also Red Hot Sonic was also one of the playtesters. He's a British Sonic tuber, if you don't know who he is. Comic artists. Okay. Clutch 45. Paul Clutch 45 Motes. Okay. And look at that, the translators.
Portuguese,
Brazilian,
Brazilian,
Portuguese.
Spanish, French and Ukrainian, Russian, Netherlands.
Sniff it.
It's actually Italian.
By Sniff It.
Ooh,
Whoever he is, or she.
I don't know that one.
Special thanks to the DA Garden, Overbound, Mr. Poe. And there goes, there he is, Red Hot Sonic right there.
Wait, how did he go
How
from... How did he go from being a shitbag kid to being a game developer?
Oh, Tails Channel.
Tails Channel, yeah.
Darkhead, nice.
Chris Highwind. Ha ha ha. Rockstar. Okay.
Okay.
And yes, the
Not
original
sure
game.
what that credit is supposed to be, but cool stuff.
The original game by Sega and Aspet. And you!
I didn't make it.
I
Don't you
sure
see?
But we
the
played
true
it.
Sonic, the true Sonic.
Don't you see?
Kinda.
Don't you see? Don't you see, Dwibs? We all made it together.
Oh, there we are.
Oh yeah, sure. I made Sonic Triple Trouble when I was nearly 2.
Of course you did.
Wow, you were a
One.
child
Wait,
genius.
Wait, not even that. When I was nearly 1.
Thanks for playing.
Wow, great job.
All right, so
Yes.
just like Sonic Free Knuckles, there's a Knuckles campaign, and the Knuckles campaign takes right at the same time as the Sonic campaign. So let's see exactly what holes we can fill by starting Knuckles' campaign. So here's Knuckles' intro. He just came back. Remember, this is right after the ending of Sonic Free Knuckles. So okay, I guess now I can relax. Okay, let's. I'm gonna explore Angel Island a bit.
That's a nice little fun.
Feels nice to have my home. I mean, there's still badniks in here, but I guess I'll have to handle them as I go along, I guess.
I mean, granted, as your campaign in Sonic 3 and Knuckles showed, yeah, Mecha Sonic and Egg Robo were still up to some shenanigans.
In Sonic 3 and Knuckles,
A little bit of cleanup should be fine.
yeah, in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the Knuckles campaign takes place after Sonic's campaign, but in this one, it's both campaigns are simultaneous.
Which makes me wonder, does this take place after Knuckles' campaign in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or does this take place right after Sonic's campaign in Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
Probably in between the two, now that I think about it.
Huh. Oh, so in that case, that means that Egg Robo and Mecha Sonic are off planning their stuff.
Yeah, basically.
So meanwhile, while Metal Sonic actually got a super form, Mecha Sonic just had a semi-super form. Or maybe an even greater super form based off of what the Master Emerald does, who knows. And thanks to Sonic Frontiers, Knuckles' hyper form is canon again.
What?
Yeah, just play the game, Shiro, you'll see.
I will.
Alright. Also,
Not
no.
spoiling steroids, Sonic Frontiers thankfully
There you go.
recanonizes a lot of stuff.
So there you go. This is
Yeah,
that. So there you go. This is the actual. So yeah.
So this does happen after Sonic's campaign.
Yeah, right. And Metal Sonic shows up and steals the Master Emerald. Oh, hold on. Or not.
Not, I guess.
Oh,
Just play tag with the Master Emerald.
little homage
So
to
Knuckles
Mecha
has a-
Sonic's bit from Sky Sanctuary.
Okay, so I guess this does happen in between Sonic's campaign and Knuckles' campaign then.
Yes.
Which means that poor Knuckles has to deal not just with Metal Sonic, but also Metal
Well, makes sense. Well, makes sense, Jova. One of the lines Ian Flynn usually gives Knuckles in the IDW comics is, "You guys are constantly bringing trouble to my island." Like just.
Yeah, it's more like, I guess at the end of it, it will be like that quote from Spider-Man Adventures, robots. Hi.
There you go.
robots.
So there you go. The Knuckles Sonic fights in his campaign is actually Metal Sonic in disguise.
Remember, Sonic Heroes established that Metal Sonic can copy data like that and morph into different bouts. Oh?
He uses the Master Emerald to teleport. Well, there you go. Remember, the Master Emerald has the power to control the 7 emeralds, so basically Knuckles uses the Master Emerald as a safety measure to make sure. And there you go. That's why the Chaos Emeralds disappeared at the beginning of Sonic's campaign. See? We're filling those holes, guys. Alright, so as you guys can see, just like in the Sonic 3 and Knuckles campaign, Knuckles has entirely all new level designs that make full use of his abilities. There you go. Go on, Jova. You were saying?
In typical fashion, he can smash through rock and walls.
That too, yes.
Without breaking his skull.
It's just that.
Well, he is
snowboard
tougher
with,
than leather.
There you go. Moving on. Okay. Like, unlike, it's not like to the extent of something like Mania, where he has his own act in Mirage Saloon in that game. It's more akin to Free and Knuckles, where he goes for basically the same zones, but the layouts are reworked, basically. There you go. So there you go, the two. As you can see, Knuckles was not tricked by Eggman this time.
Interesting.
Because in the original Triple Trouble, he does get tricked. That was the original story of Triple Trouble, because...
I forget. What did the manual say that Eggman does to convince him Sonic's up to no? Wait. Hold on. Okay. Oh, you skipped ahead.
Well, there you go, see? And now, there you go. Obviously we know... Well, obviously we know who that is, so...
Now you know what it feels like, Knuckles.
Yeah.
But, anyway, what was I talking about?
About the reason why Knuckles gets tricked in the original version.
Did the manual ever state Knuckles getting tricked again by Eggman? Because remember, the 8-bit lineage is in its own continuity, so I'm trying to recall if Sonic 3 and Knuckles happens the same way it did in that one.
The manual...
Or was Triple Trouble technically Knuckles' first appearance in the 8-bit?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, we also have to remember, too, that the 8-bit games go off on their own continuity, so technically in Triple Trouble, it's the first time he was tricked. So...
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, so in Title Plant, they actually remember that Knuckles can swim. So there you go. So there you go. Basically, Knuckles' Title Plant is an underwater level where you swim around, basically. Remember, because Knuckles doesn't have the submarine, so obviously he has to use, well, his own fists, like so.
If I recall correctly, the first time you could swim in water as Knuckles was in the Advanced trilogy.
In Advanced 1, you can stay on the surface, but you can actually, swim around the way you can in this game. And Sonic
gets his own snowboard.
Yeah.
Tails is the only one who can actually swim underwater in that game.
Oh wait, maybe it's Advanced Fram ranking now where he can swim.
Well, in Sonic Advance 3, most of everybody can do everything if you have the right combination of characters. So
I don't know if any combination allows Sonic to swim. God forbid.
I don't. Okay, fine. That one at least. So, but
it's okay. He learned how to swim by Sonic Colors.
That's not slowing.
That's
It's spin
jumping
dashing with
around.
style, but nonetheless,
He
it
gets
is
a
a
lot
way.
of floaties in the Olympic
I-
Games.
I'm drowning.
Thanks, Yuji Naka.
Alright.
Oh, that was Yuzunaka's idea to give him floaties in the
Oh
Olympic
no, the
Games.
reason why he can't swim.
Oh yeah, because Naka didn't do his research. Because hedgehogs are actually great swimmers in real life.
Well, remember, they didn't also do their research when they were writing the side missions of Sonic 06. They were like, oh, I have as much of a huge IQ as the great Albert Einstein. Do your research. Albert Einstein didn't have a high IQ, but whatever.
Wait, where was that from?
One of the side missions. One of the side missions. Go back and check our playthrough if you don't
Oh,
remember.
right. Yeah, I don't remember.
So there you go, Tail. Knuckles' final boss is actually Fang. So Knuckles is the one that puts Fang in his place.
Fitting, is it not?
Yeah.
It is cool how actually Fang does help out with the battle against Metal Sonic along with Knuckles as well.
Well,
Apparently Metal's, outer shell is actually vulnerable to a pop gun.
Well, no. It wasn't like he was hurting Metal Sonic, but he was being able to hinder him enough, essentially, for Knuckles to do his thing.
now I have you and Tails in my grasp. I will send you to the next level. Thank you, Knuckles. No problem. Hey, wait. Don't. Yeah, in hindsight, Knuckles, you probably should change your methods regarding that stuff.
Look, I still think the funniest bit that takes the cake in the classic games is when Eggman decides, yes, I have finally devised the perfect creation to take down Sonic the Hedgehog, a conveyor belt. I'll burn him out by forcing him to
CG
exercise. That went
would do
about as
that
well
too.
as you can imagine.
Is that the one where the only way you damage Robotnik is to have lava fall into him?
No. I'm talking about the Sonic CD boss fight where literally he has Sonic on a conveyor belt and throws rocks at him. Sonic running faster on the conveyor belt starts to burn things down to the point where Eggman's
Hold on.
feet end up getting burned.
And there you go.
Oh.
This is on.
Bummer.
So there you go. While Knuckles was busy with Fang, Robotnik captured him. And that's
Listen, I might be one of the weirdos who likes CD, but
And that's-
Jesus, it
and
has
that-
the
and
worst
that's
bosses
Sonic.
in the franchise.
and there you go. So that's how.
Look, Shirai. As long as you can admit it, it's okay.
Right.
Knuckles, wake up.
Alright.
He's just tired.
And that-
He deserves a break.
All right, look, guys. I literally just had my island restored to me, and immediately, without any rest, I had to go on a new adventure. Okay, cut me some slack. Jesus.
Maybe I should hang out around your island just in case something else happens.
Yeah.
This explains why Sonic is around to save Knuckles' ass after the fight with Mecha Sonic.
All right, and that was Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. All right, final thoughts, Dedge.
It looks fine. I can't wait to eventually play it when the game gets released on Mac. Because
All right,
he
you
did
use
recently
Apple
talk.
Tech.
Well, you can always.
He recently did talk about it that he is testing it.
Yeah. Right now, Noah's finishing up the final patch for the Windows version as well as the Android and Mac ports. Yes.
There.
All right, Shiroi.
I think that was a very good adaptation, I guess. Like a remake / adaptation, because a lot was changed, and yeah, it was very good. The transitions were all nice. The music remixes were great. It still looks like the original game, even if it was, prettied up a little bit. It's nice for the characters to have their own stories, and it was good to fill in some of the holes for the questions people had for the original game. I will play this at some point. And yeah, I think that's it. Very good fan remake here.
Go ahead, Dibs.
I enjoyed it. I mean, granted, I haven't played a whole lot of Trouble. But in terms of what I have seen, it looks pretty solid. Both the original and the remake. I do appreciate that he was trying to go more into well, not just prettying it up, but also adding some more bits to the levels. I mean, again, it's 2D Sonic. I don't really have too much to say about it. It's like I'm not good at these games, so I can't really say much about them.
Okay then.
Also the Rockstar again.
Go on, Teo.
Sure. Yeah, it looks nice actually. You can kind of tell that the passion that was put behind being a fan project. I think again, in my general distance and ignorance from this franchise, you could easily tell me that this was an official product, and I could believe you if I had to say. But also, the sprite of the tornado is backward. Oh, cute, Knuckles and Knuckles. No, really, it's a charming product. They've able to do their homework in all the aspects that were needed. I'm surprised T. Lopez did not cameo as making one remix in particular or something. I guess he was busy at the time.
Oh, so you're playing as
wait, you can play as Fang?
Yes, when you complete the game, you unlock characters for free play. Specifically, in this case, Fang. Okay, so Fang can do a double jump. Basically the same, however, except he's not as fast. And you can shoot the pop-up gun, and you can do a double jump.
It's a gun.
He does not have his own story. He's only available in free play, which is basically just select the level and you select the character. And that's basically it. But it's really cool. So if you want to play for the entire game on more of a hard mode, because again, think of him as like the Amy Rose equivalent of this game, like in the sense that he's more of the hard mode, considering his abilities clearly were not made with the levels were not made with these abilities in mind. So it will be fun to try to complete the game, because you can still complete the whole game with Fang. It's just that obviously it's much more difficult because you don't have the same abilities that you have.
I wonder though, it looks like he can break monitors by jumping on them, unlike Amy could in Advance 1, so...
Yeah, that's because his tail...
I wonder if...
Yeah, his tail can kill enemies.
Oh, okay then, so he's at least got that going for him.
You can also unlock Metal Sonic.
Huh.
Neat.
There you go.
Oh, and he
Power
has
shield.
energy field.
Yes.
His barrier!
Aside from
I'll have the birds run away from him.
aside from the barrier, he's basically mostly a reskin of Sonic.
Does he have a dash attack?
No.
Wait, are we working with Metal Sonic? Why are we attacking him?
Well, I mean, Sonic can't float.
Remember, Dwebs, these two
Metal
characters.
Sonic doesn't give a shit about the other bandings.
No.
But yeah, I'm pretty much done. It's very impressive and I commend the effort, so this is pretty nice actually.
Well, sure, Metal Sonic can float. He's just
I see. So he has Knuckles' strength.
Yes, he does. Go on, Jova.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty great adaptation of Triple Trouble into the 16-bit style. It's got all the bells and whistles one would expect from a 16-bit game, a great soundtrack, good gameplay. It's all I could really hope for in, I guess, a 16-bit remake of Triple Trouble, and yes, I will be playing it as well.
Awesome. For me, it's just like, I love the game. It's a Sonic fan game masterpiece. Especially because of the level design. The level design perfectly recreates Hirokazu Azuhara's designs for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and it's just works.
Would you say it's the best Sonic fan game you've ever played?
It's my favorite, definitely. Yeah, probably. Because again, like I said before, one of the big problems with Sonic fan games is that a lot of times the ones making fan games don't seem to understand the level design philosophy that Hirokazu Azuhara set with the original games. Because, like I said, one of the problems I have with Sonic and the Falling Star is that it goes for the Sonic Advance 2 style of level design, but it still has the Sonic free speed and controls, which doesn't really fit those levels. That kind of level design is meant for a faster Sonic. It feels like a weird amalgamation that I don't know, like, but this game definitely knows exactly what it wants to do and perfectly recreates the gameplay of the classic games and does it excellently. Again, much like with Sonic Mania, like this was made by people who knew what they were doing and were incredibly passionate about it. So great. So I'll looking forward to see what Noah Copeland does next, because yeah, he definitely proved himself it's just as capable as Christian Whitehead here, in my opinion. So kudos. Alright everybody, hope you enjoyed this. Go back and watch the Triple Trouble 8-bit playthrough that we did if you haven't already, because it will give you even more appreciation for this one. See ya. I guess maybe one day we'll do Sonic and the Falling Star, we'll see.
Yeah.
Ta-ta.
So, yeah.